Hey guys, it's Simone from Simone's Crochet Nook, and I wanted to do a little vlog about my experience during my first ever craft vendor show. So this happened at the end of January, and it was called the Goblin Market, so you'll see a lot of stuff about goblins. But had a really good time, learned a lot. Unfortunately, the weather was really cold and very windy, so that made this market a little difficult, but I'm really glad that this was my first market, especially for it being so big. On here are some things that I crocheted when I was preparing for it. So I made all of these things in the weeks, basically like I had like 2, 3 weeks to prepare for it. So in a way, I'm really proud of myself for making this much stuff, but as you'll hear a little bit later in my vlog, I still wish I made a lot like smaller things, but I made a lot of hats. So I think that'll hopefully last me for the next couple of markets that I do. But I made them in a whole bunch of colors, so each one's unique. And I also made some goblin headbands, and you'll hear a little bit more about that later. I'll go a little bit more into detail a little later in this video, so you'll hear my thoughts like the day of, and then I'll kind of jump in and add in my thoughts. I guess reflecting on it now, it's honestly been a couple of weeks since then, and I'm actually preparing for my next market. But I'm still really proud of myself for putting myself out there. And thanks for watching. Obviously, you can follow me and subscribe, like all that good stuff. And this is showing the mock setup that I did before the weekend before the actual market. And I think this really helped me figure out like what I felt was like kind of missing, or like what kind of things I still needed to get. So I really recommend, if you can, if you have any markets coming up, to do a mock setup at home before you do your actual market. So yeah, like I said, this really helped me and kind of visualize everything, and actually made me feel a little bit more confident going into it, seeing it all laid out. And now what you're all been waiting for, here's a vlog of my actual first market. It's kind of weird, like honestly, rewatching this now in the future, and kind of hearing my thoughts from the day of. So I am glad I actually kind of recorded my thoughts the day of. But yeah, please leave a comment below after you've watched it. I'd love to hear your thoughts or your experiences at markets, either as a vendor or just visiting. For sticking around, and here we go. Hello, so hi, it's Simone from Simone's Crochet Nook, and today is the day of my first craft show at the Goblin Market. It is like, let me see, I think it's like 50 something degrees right now, which is pretty cold for Florida, and it's supposed to get colder. So we're gonna prepare for the weather, and I honestly don't really feel prepared today. What I have is not what I plan to have. I wanted to have like keychains and like more like smaller little items, and I just ran out of time. In case you didn't know, I crochet, but this is very much like I have a full-time, like 9 to 5, so like trying to prepare for this market while also working full-time has been crazy. So yeah, so I did my best. I'm also selling things that I just, particularly the clothes, just things that I've made in the past that I just literally made just to make and then never wore. So I'd rather it be in the hands of somebody else who might wear it. So I'm also selling those. I'm doing like a sale where all of the clothes are 25% off. I'm running on a little sleep. I think I stayed up till like 3 yesterday, so I'm really tired, but I brought a Celsius. I should be fine. And yeah, we're gonna see how this goes. I'm hoping for the best. I luckily won't be by myself. My dad will be there helping me out. So yeah, I'm planning to check in probably a little later. Probably not gonna vlog the like actual setup process because I'm gonna be kind of stressed, I think. But probably will check in a little bit later, like when things like probably once I like set everything up and have some downtime, the time before the event starts. So the event is from like 12 now till 6, so it's most of the day. It is now 8 o'clock, so yeah, this is gonna be like a whole day thing, but hoping for the best. Like I said, I'm not really feeling too confident about this Market, personally, just because I just don't have what I had originally planned prepared. So, all right, I now need to go head out and get ready and pack up my car. And yeah, bye. Hey guys, it's Simone here from Simone's Crochet Nook, and it is currently, let's see, 8:43. I'm sitting in my car. My load-in time is at 9, so I have a little bit of time, and so I'm feeling nervous, anxious, tired, excited, but I guess I'm just a little disappointed in myself and the things I brought. I feel like I wanted things that represented my like brand, I guess, or like what I was trying to go for more, but it is what it is. And we're just gonna have to move forward with what I have. So I don't know. I'm not feeling too confident, but I'm glad that the weather is not that bad right now. My dad is meeting me. He just went over to Lowe's and got some I think he's gonna get like some Velcro, so that we could secure. I have like these mannequin heads to put like the hats and like this headband and stuff on. So, because I think it is supposed to be a little windy. And I'm hoping that I could squeeze in. I did bring stuff to like make keychains, but I don't know. I really don't know how I'm gonna feel or like where I'm gonna be before 12, because that's when like people actually start like shopping and stuff. But it is like 9 now. I would say at most it'll probably take me and my dad maybe at most an hour and a half to like set everything up. So if that's the case, we'll probably be done by like 10:30. So I'm hoping in that little bit of time before like people start coming, like I'll have some time to kind of like crank out and make some keychains. So that's my plan. This is like, when we talk about last minute, this is very, very, very last minute. But I don't know. I just feel like it's not complete if I don't, like, I feel like I feel like a lot of my items, because I have like hats and I brought some clothes and stuff like that, are like higher price. But by higher price, I mean like around like $30 ish, you know? Which I get, not everybody wants to pay that much for things. So I wanted to have more like smaller things. Like I have bookmarks that are $2, and I made these little like sprout things for your headphone. And it's like also like a cable organizer, and that's $2. So those are like the cheapest things I think I have right now. But I originally wanted to have like a variety of things. Like I wanted something priced like $2, $5, you know, like kind of like a range, like $10, $15, $20, something $30, and then like maybe at most something $50. I didn't even make any of my lily bags. So yeah, I don't know. I just really didn't make stuff that I wanted to or thought I would have time to, but it's fine. We're here. We're just gonna sell what I have and hope for the best. I did bring, in the lily bags case, I did bring my lily bag, but it is I'm gonna just have it for display. So I made a little like mini sign that just says for display only, and to like order it on Etsy, because I didn't have time to make like one to sell. Another thing is I wanted to line on my bags. I ran out of time and I only made the bags and there's no lining in them, which is not ideal, but yeah. So I know I'm like kind of running down a list of things that I see problems with, but that's really like why I feel really disappointed and kind of sad about this whole situation, because I just feel like I'm not representing myself the way that I would like. But there's nothing I could do now. I'm not gonna cry. I already did my crying last night. So yeah, wish me luck. You know, at the very least, hope to meet some new people today, and hopefully, you know, at the same time just get a little bit more exposure and just practice for the future and future markets. So right now it looks like they're like loading in like the food trucks and stuff like that right now. I think at 8:30 was our load-in time. So I'm like the first like time, but like after that at 9. So I'm gonna hang out here for a little bit. I'm probably gonna look up, I need to find a pattern to freaking do for the keychains. So I'm gonna work on that, and yeah, probably, like I said, check in with you guys later, once after I finish all of the setup and everything with my dad. So yeah, talk to you later. So here's a look at how everything looked once I set everything up. I think it looked pretty good. I think the hardest part about all of this was actually windproofing everything. It was very windy and things still did fall. But I think we did the best that we could, considering how windy and it was on the weather. But yeah, I think it looked good, and it's really cool to see your vision come to life. Also, I did end up adjusting my prices that you see here on the signs afterwards, specifically for the bucket hats. Alright, update. I've now set up my tent. I'm about to head to the bathroom before the event starts. It's almost 12, which is I think when the VIP starts, and then it opens to the public at 1. So I'm gonna use the bathroom again one time, and yeah, we're gonna get this party started. Everything's set up. My dad walked around, and the crazy thing is they put me right next to someone else who crochets, so not too happy about that, but we had different enough stuff, but I can't believe they did that. But anyways, we're gonna keep going and check in later. Bye. Fun fact is that some people actually really like this mirror and came by and were taking pictures or just checking out how they looked. So highly recommend putting up a mirror, a full like mirror if you can, at your booth. All right, so it is now, what time is it? Almost 4 o'clock. Right now I don't have anyone in my booth. The leaf sprouts have been doing really well. I'm sold out of my goblin headbands. A lot of people are interested in the star bag. A lot of people, I think, are interested in custom orders. So a lot of people took my card or scanned my QR code. A lot of people said it was cute. Got to see some of my friends. They came by, so that was really nice. And yeah, it's almost over, which is crazy. But yeah, we'll see what else goes on. This wind is, as you see, I'm cold. So, and I know it's only gonna get colder soon, especially with the sun going down. So, wish me luck. Bye. So I wanted to go a little into how I windproofed. Pretty much just kind of using weights and using yarn literally to tie things down. Ended up placing things like just on the table, like flat, so it wouldn't fly off. And we tied the mirror to the tent, and we used bungee cords to the tree so that my clothing rack wouldn't fall. So yeah, this is just kind of pretty much like towards where we were about to almost pack up because the wind was just getting so bad. And if you notice at this point, I have no tent. We definitely took the tent down. Oh, and here's Guppet. Hey, Guppet. Alright, hi guys. So I'm not joking. I literally just got back in my car. And it's now 5:41. The event was supposed to be over at 6, but around 5, I think we started packing up because the wind was just so bad. Things were flying off, and it's someone's tent kind of started bending in, and my dad was a little worried about that happening with our tent, kind of breaking and things like that, and just safety, and just things, like I said, things just kept falling over. And it's cold. I don't know how cold it is right now, but it's also cold. So the cold coupled with the wind, it's been rough. But overall, I mean, I think for it being my first market, I think it went really well. Definitely learned some things. A lot of people really liked my display and were really interested in the things I was selling. And a lot of people took my card and was interested in custom orders and things like that. So definitely gave out a lot of business cards. And yeah, I mean, overall, I think it went well for the first time. But other than that, I'll probably do like a better breakdown of like what sold and what didn't. But like just off bat, the little leaf sprouts, which were $2, sold really well. The little headphone slash like cord organizer thing sold really well. I actually made like two more like while I was at the market and sold I think both of them. um, and a lot of people, the Goblin headband like what I'm wearing right now, I think that was 15 and I sold all of them. And people were still really interested in those. And a lot of people like the star bags and also my lily bag. I had brought my lily bag for display. A lot of people were interested in that. And yeah, a lot of people like the bucket hats. I'm actually surprised that I didn't sell as many bucket hats as I made. I think people liked them. They thought they were pretty, but I think probably like I originally had them priced as 30 and then I kind of put it down to 25, but I guess maybe the price is too expensive. I don't know. But I definitely didn't sell as many bucket hats today as I thought I did. Made some trades for some cute things. Also sold some of those bookmarks. I only sold one clothing item, which was some shorts that I had, and I can't think of everything else. I'm like so scatterbrained, and I'm like tired. Like I need to probably go home and I just need to relax. It's been a long day, and I know it's about to get colder and the wind's about to get worse. So I'm gonna head home soon. I just wanted to kind of check in while everything was like kind of fresh. It was really nice to see some familiar faces, and thank you to my friends that came and supported me. I really appreciate it. And trying to think what else. Overall, I think it went well. I didn't get to like walk around the market as I wanted to. Probably should have did in the beginning, but I don't know. I was just kind of wrapped up, and I took a long time with the signage, which is I should have did that beforehand, and I didn't. So, like I said, lessons learned. But that just make it easier for the next time I do it. And yeah, shout out to my dad. Number one MVP dad for sure, with helping me with everything and setting up, and I think it looked really well. Got a lot of compliments on how it looked, and just like putting everything together and taking everything down was really great with helping all of that, and just like while I was there. And yeah, overall I think it went well. It didn't go as I expected it to go. But still I think went well. We did sell some things, and that in itself is good. So we live and we learn, and that just only means the next market will be even better. Time to go home now, and get warm, and my toes are really cold. I can't feel them anymore. So I'm gonna be sitting next to the heater when I get home, and I'm gonna get some tea. Definitely gonna get some tea too. Okay. Well, bye guys. See you later. So I wanted to go over some of the things that I actually sold. I sold 4 bucket hats. I sold black and white. Also this rainbow one. This black and gray one, and then also this all green one. And then I also sold this small cat ear beanie. I sold these pair of shorts. I sold some of these velvet scrunchies and almost all of these leaf sprouts and all of my goblin headbands and hair clips, and I sold this brown star bag. And I also sold some of these heart bookmarks. Last but not least, I'd like to thank everybody, one, for watching this video, but also everybody who came by my booth, everyone who actually bought something, everyone who gave me, great encouraging words, like, leading up to it and then afterwards. It just makes me really excited for the future. So thank you all for your support, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Like I said, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the market, or if you have any advice for me going forward. Thank you. Bye.